Hey, what is up guys? Jeremy here and welcome back to another video. We're taking a look at some of the best applications you can get from Cydia. Been wanting to do a video like this for a while of just only applications, no tweaks. But in some cases I guess you could think of some of these apps as a tweak, but for the most part they're just a standalone application made to do what it's specifically made to do basically. Now in order to get some of these apps you will have to add sources to your Cydia. So in the description I'll leave all of the applications listed there along with the sources needed to get that application. So if you guys want to try out any of these that I show in this video, be sure to check out the description. Like I said, you're probably going to have to add a source in order to get it. But I'm going to kick this off. The first app is called Screenshot App. So let's go ahead and launch that. Basically what this app allows you to do is to take a boring screenshot of your springboard or lock screen, whatever it might be. Let's say you're trying to share, your setup to me on Twitter like you all have been doing. Big shout out to everybody on Twitter that's been doing that. But this will allow you to give it some style and make it look a little bit better. So first off, you have your different scenes. You have dual iPhone frames, single iPhone frames, and then full resolution iPhone frames. So we'll go into scene. I'll show you guys, some of the different options here. Basically what it's going to do is take your screenshot and put it into the iPhone, which is pretty awesome. So a ton of different options in scene, as you guys can see here. Lots of different options with that. So let's just do one for example. We'll do this one. So you'll notice the plus button in the lower left hand corner. We can go ahead and click on that. That's going to allow us to choose an image. I'm just going to go ahead and choose that screenshot right there. And as you guys can see, it puts it into the iPhone frame. It makes a boring screenshot have a lot more style. And then from here you can save it to your camera roll. Also you could share it if you want. We'll back out. I'll go into the dual iPhone frames as well. I don't want to spend too much time in each one of these apps as I show them. I don't want this video to be too crazy long, but I do want to give you guys an idea of what you can do with all this stuff. So here's the dual iPhone frames, and obviously this is going to allow you to use two screenshots. So let's say you want to show off your setup, which might be your lock screen and your springboard. This is the perfect option to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's say, the black iPhone frames here to add a screenshot. Same concept as before. Click the plus button in the lower left, which will add a screenshot to the iPhone frame on the left, plus button on the lower right to the iPhone frame on the right. Let's go ahead and let's add this one, I guess. And then what's cool with the iPhone frames is you can add a background, which is BG. So we'll go ahead and do a background here really quick. I'll go ahead and use this. I'm going to zoom it in a bit, scroll it down, make it all nice and pretty looking. Click on choose, and then it'll automatically ask you if you want to add a blur effect to it, which is awesome. I typically would do that, so I click yes. And as you can see, your boring screenshots just got a lot more stylish looking. Of course, this is for you to be creative with. You can come up with a lot better stuff than I probably could. But that's basically what Screenshot App is for, to make your boring screenshot have some style. Now the next application I got for you guys is for anyone that's really into theming and getting all the colors on your device to match. It's called ColorPicker. So let's go ahead and let's open up the application. We'll select an image. So let's say we want to color match, the color of, let's say, an application. Just for example, you can do this, for whatever you want. So just take the color picker and you can basically put it anywhere on a screenshot. I'm just using this screenshot for example. Of course, you could use a wallpaper if there's a specific color you want. Let's say we want that red color. Say we want the red color for, to color match our control center or whatever. So you drop the little kind of, magnifying glass that it has built in, and then you will see there is the hex number in the lower left, and then there is the RGBA value in the lower right. And all you got to do is click on either one of those, and it will copy it to your clipboard. As you guys can see, just above the screenshot, it's in really small text. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I'll click it again. It says copied to clipboard. That way you can leave, the ColorPicker app, go into the settings for that tweak, and adjust the colors to basically color match. So this is really a good, application for anybody that's into color matching, theming their device very heavily, making it all look perfect. This is a great app for that. Again, it's called ColorPicker. The next application I got for you guys is for wallpapers only. I actually just recently did a video of this. It's called iDeviceWalls. And it's just all different wallpapers, and there's some really good wallpapers to find within this application. You can spend a lot of time going through all these, but typically if you see somebody with a theme and It just has a really nice, looking wallpaper on it. Typically, they've found it within here, just because the creator of this application is the creator of Lock Plus, I believe, which is a really popular tweak for the lock screen, and a lot of the wallpapers from this are featured there. And it's just a great place to find, really clean, perfect wallpapers for your iPhone. And it's just one of my favorite applications to discover wallpapers. I've literally gone through every single page and saved a ton of different wallpapers from this application. There's some really good ones. Again, that app is called iDeviceWalls. Next up, we have BytaFont 3. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of this application, but if you haven't, basically, it allows you to change the font on your device system-wide. It allows you to change the font in all the applications, the font on your keyboard, the font on your lock screen, basically everything. So let's go ahead and let's open up BytaFont 3. Now, one thing I didn't know that I've recently discovered is you can literally download and get all the fonts in the app itself. You don't actually have to leave this app, go into Cydia, install the font, and then come back to the app to change it. So let's just do one for example. Let's go to add new fonts. Let's go ahead and go to most appreciated. And as you can see, here's the list of fonts. It gives you a nice, clean example of it with its name, what the font looks like. Let's do Caviar Dreams. Basically, what you want to look for, though, is for it to say tweak mode. If it doesn't say tweak mode, then you're probably going to have to go into Cydia to install it. Now, it doesn't work for every single font, I've noticed, but for the most part, it does. So let's go to Caviar Dreams. Let's go ahead and swipe down, and as you can see, you can view on Cydia in swap mode, or you can just install it with tweak mode. So just click on install tweak mode, and then you get a pop-up saying you can find your new font in the tweak mode tab. So let's go ahead and let's click on done. Let's go to tweak mode, and then let's go to font. And as you can see, I have a couple installed right now, but there is Caviar Dreams right there. So you can literally do all this from within the BytaFont 3 app. No need to exit and go into Cydia, which is extremely convenient. So you can very easily go through and get a ton of different fonts and change them on the fly as much as you want. Really an awesome application. Again, that's BytaFont 3. Next up, we have Crash Reporter. This should be on all jailbroken devices, in my opinion. Basically, what Crash Reporter does, I don't have any crashes to show you guys, unfortunately, because I don't have too many tweaks on my device right now, and at least none of them are causing me any issues. But let's say you have a tweak on your device, you don't know what it is, but it causes your device to crash the springboard, and your device goes into safe mode all the time. Within Crash Reporter, it's going to give you details of why that crash happened and possibly what tweak is causing that crash and your device to go into safe mode. So very detailed. There's a lot of details within this whenever that happens. Like I said, it will allow you to kind of pinpoint a problematic tweak that you have on your device. That way you can go into Cydia, uninstall it, and your device isn't crashing all the time. It's not going into safe mode anymore. It's really, a headache saver, in my opinion. Again, this app is called Crash Reporter. Next up, we have another application that's been around for a very long time, but it's still on the list because it's that great, and it's called iFile. Basically, what it is the Finder for iOS. This allows you to browse your entire file system on your iPhone, which is extremely convenient for a lot of different stuff, depending on how detailed you want to get with things. For people that are into theming, this could be useful. Even developers that are making tweaks, this could be useful. If you want to, move music around or movies around on your device, it's also another very useful tool. And it just allows you, like I said, to just browse all the different files within your system. Basically, the Finder for iOS, a really great application. Again, that's called iFile. Next up, we got Bobby Movie Box. This is just my current favorite application for watching movies and TV shows for free. Of course, within Cydia, there's a lot of options for different, applications that do the same thing. This is just currently my favorite. I just like the design of the application. I like the movies and TV show options that it has on here. Like I said, it's just to watch, new movies or old movies or any movies, TV shows, anything you want. You can watch them all for free on Bobby Movie Box. A lot of the movies on here are still in theaters. You can't even buy them yet, which is really cool. You can download the movies or TV shows directly to your device, so you can watch them when you're not connected to a network. Like I said, Bobby Movie Box is just my favorite movie and TV show application at this time. So again, that's called Bobby Movie Box. Next up is an application that's been around for quite some time now, and it also hasn't been updated from what I'm aware of for quite some time either, but surprisingly it still works, and it's called Unlimtones. So let's go ahead and open up the app. Basically what it allows you to do is to download ringtones or text tones directly to your device from the app, and it does it just like iTunes would. So if you purchased ringtones or SMS tones or text tones or whatever, it'll basically install these ringtones directly into the settings of your device. So when you go into your actual ringtones, they'll be right there. You know, it's all hassle-free. There's no moving anything around or anything like that. So you can just go into the top ringtones. You guys can go through the list here. Let's just say we wanted this song. You can click on a preview. It's basically on the album artwork. You can see the play button. You can click on play. And then if you want that ringtone, you can simply just add to ringtones. And like I said, it downloads it directly to your device, which is really awesome. Like I said, it's a bit outdated, and I don't think it's been updated for a while, but it still works perfectly fine. You have your top SMS alerts as well. You can also make your own ringtones. So if you have music on your phone and you want to make a ringtone out of a song, you can do that with this application as well. And like I said, it's super convenient because it literally does it just the way iTunes does. Just like if you were to purchase a ringtone or text tone, it does the same thing, but 100% free. So definitely a really cool application. Again, that's called Unlimtones. Next up, we have another very important application. It's called iCleaner Pro. So let's go ahead and let's open up iCleaner Pro. Okay. And basically what you can do with this is just click on clean, and it will clean your device of all the unneeded crap that it accumulates as you use applications, download applications, delete applications, install tweaks, uninstall them, you know, just doing a lot of different crap on your device. If I were to clean this right now on video, which I'm not going to do because it's a couple minute process to do it, but typically I can clean 2 to 3 gigabytes of crap that I don't need on my device, and it'll clean it up, and it typically will make my device run a little bit smoother and faster as well, which is extremely cool. And it's just a very useful app to have on your device. And you know, if you get this, I would recommend to probably clean your device at least once every 2 weeks, if not for sure once a month, and you'll clean a lot of crap out of it that you didn't even know was there. So a super useful application. Again, it's called iCleaner Pro. Next up, we got GBA for iOS. This is one of the best emulators that you can get for Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advanced games. Now, unfortunately, I can't really go into it and show you guys it for example because I am, on AirPlay, and basically what it does is it just goes to a black screen once I open the application, so I can't really demo it in this kind of style. But if you guys want me to do more coverage of GBA for iOS, just let me know in the comments and I'll cover it more. But like I said, it just allows you to download ROMs of, let's say you want to play the old school Pokemon Blue or an old Mario game, basically any game that's for Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advanced. You can do it all within GBA for iOS, download it there, install it, play it. It has a really nice user interface. It's just a really good all-around emulator for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advanced. Again, it's called GBA for iOS. Next up, we have probably one of the most important applications of the bunch, and it's called Cydia Eraser. So what this app allows you to do is to restore your device, and it restores it to its current firmware. So it's going to do a full restore. You're going to lose everything if you don't back it up. So if you don't want to lose anything, be sure to back it up with, iCloud or iTunes or whatever. But like I said, you can restore your device on iOS 9.3.3, and let's say iOS 10 is out, it'll still allow you to restore to that current firmware. And that's super useful because that way you can restore your device and then just simply re-jailbreak it. That way you can start, with a clean slate. You want to get rid of, Cydia and all the tweaks, and you're just having issues with your device, the springboard crashing, it going into safe mode. You just want to do a restore. This is the way you're going to want to do it. And I really want to emphasize, how important of an application this is for a jailbreaker. Like I said, you can restore your device on its current firmware, no need to update, and that allows you to re-jailbreak your device, which is super useful. A very, very good application. Again, that's called Cydia Eraser. Now, the last application I got for you guys is called Flex 2. And also, Flex 3 is coming out very, very soon as well, so keep that in mind. By the time you guys watch this video, Flex 3 might already be out. But what Flex 2 allows you to do is to basically create your own tweaks on your device. So if you're wanting to, learn how to get into tweaking or making tweaks for Cydia, this is probably the route to go. Or if you want to just tweak an application on your device. I don't really have much experience with the application just because it's not something that I get into, but this is a very powerful app. So you click on the plus button in the upper right. This is going to allow you to choose an application that you want to make adjustments to. So we'll swipe through here just to show you the big long list of all the applications I got on my device. You even have the settings there. So let's just do, I guess maybe you have a web app there. Let's just do settings. We'll go into settings. Now, like I said, a lot of this stuff is over my head, but you have, your title, which is a settings patch, and then you can add units. And as you guys can see, it basically breaks down the settings application into a lot of different stuff here. You got your Apple account UI, app support, Bluetooth manager, bulletin board, a whole bunch of stuff. You have your core graphics, Objective-C stuff here. So like I said, a lot of this is over my head, but some of you guys might understand this a lot better than I do. And like I said, this application basically allows you to tweak your device from in the app, which is pretty crazy. Again, that's called Flex 2. So that is all the applications I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this lineup of some of the best apps that you can get from Cydia. In my opinion, if you guys enjoyed this video or discovered something new, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.